Former FBI Director James Comey has been arrested. He has surrendered at federal court.
Folly Town mugs. Finally. Good.
Well, Comey
Cinema.
is in the courtroom, and the hearing is starting now. The very first appearance of this former FBI director accused of threatening the president's life with that post on Instagram a year ago with seashells in the sand. This is the first hearing.
See, this
Fuck around, find out.
this is the type. We should be doing this every day.
Oh man, so much more. We need like 1,000 arrests a day.
I love this. I've been waiting on this political prisoner. Yep.
Fuck 'em.
Shouldn't have fucked around. You think that you're gonna reframe something in a way that makes it optical?
They act like we're fucking retarded, which we are, but not as retarded as they think we are, or the same kind of retarded. We all knew what this was. Quit trying to play fucking stupid. We ain't playing those games anymore.
Sound bad? I don't give a shit. There's no reason to engage in.
You know what sounds bad? Calling us white supremacists and Nazis for the last 10 years. That sounds bad. So I don't give a fuck what sounds bad.
Good faith, the person that says that. Yep, that's right. You're gonna stay there. It's just like North Korea.
That will happen in this courthouse, the Eastern District of Virginia, but this is a case that's charged in North Carolina, because that's where that beach photo
North Carolina sounds an awful lot like North Korea.
Was taken. This first appearance, Comey now being under arrest in the courtroom. He's going to be before a Well, Comey is.
This is amazing. I love seeing this. Let me see if
Yeah, you want us to be fucking Nazis? We will be.
I can pull up any more information about him getting arrested and this piece of shit. So he put on here, this is what happened last year, is he put out a thing, an Instagram photo. It said 8647. 86 can be used in a lot of ways, but like in one of the ways that it can be used to, like, it says kill, right? And you know, you can ask people in law enforcement, they'll probably tell you this. It's just another euphemism, right? It's a hit. And so whenever the former FBI director does this, well, this looks pretty bad, right? And it means get rid of, yeah, but like, what do you think that means? And so the reason why it's important to do this is that, like, you have to take this guy all the way through the ringer. You have to make the process, like, you have to make this as painful.
Yeah, don't even hint that this is possibly what you could have been referring to whenever you said this.
As possible for him. Even if you don't get him convicted, you have to make it as unpleasant as possible. That way, everybody else that likes talking about this stuff sees this and they think to themselves, well, I don't want to be the next person that gets dragged through this for like 2.5 years.
And you got to start perma-banning these people on these platforms that are saying this shit like this. That's like wink, wink, nudge, nudge, calling for violence, but not really hiding behind words that the algorithms can't pick up. Like, whenever you see these people saying this shit, you need to get, like, human moderators that are just constantly going through these feeds and just finding this stupid shit. Instead, they have AI looking for words that are insulting to certain groups of people who aren't white.
So that's what I think. His explanation on the talk show was so funny, though. I know. Wrong, that's what he wants you to think? Well, I don't know what you mean by that. Good luck with that retarded bullshit. Exactly. And 8647. So what is this here? So you think it doesn't mean that way? And I love that. What this does not mean what people think it is. It was a marketing stunt. Why do you think it's a marketing stunt?
I've never heard this. What?
Why do you think that? That's what he wants you to think?
That's what he wants you to think. Greatest argument of all time.
Yeah, let's work through this. What's the market? Yeah, what's the market? What is this? He's trying to market an assassination? Yeah, that's the problem. How's this work?
Was it for like a book? Was he marketing a book?
I just want to get to the bottom of this and understand it, because I just don't really I don't really understand this at all. It's the number of days since 9/11 since his book released.
Oh my god. What the fuck, dude? I mean, he's a politician, so it was kind of like obvious that it was going to be about a book. When did he say anything about a book? Nobody was talking about this. This was not a thing. None of the other arguments are working, so they had to go to this stupid, oh, it was just a marketing stunt for a book. How many days since 9/11? You think he calculated that in a split moment post? And then he didn't say anything. He didn't promote the book or nothing. Like, get the fuck out of here with that. Are you insane? It's like insulting to think that we're that stupid. They think it's funny, actually, that they say this shit knowing they can get away with it. Well, thinking they can get away with it. Obviously, he didn't really get away with it. Normal circumstances, they usually get away with it. Dude, imagine being one of these lying pieces of shit. Or so stupid that you're willing to jump behind the director of the fucking FBI. Are you serious? Like, you really trust the people in the government? Any of them? I don't trust a single fucking one. You gotta be a really disgusting kind of person to want that kind of power. Most powerful positions in the country. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Ever heard of that? And also, don't believe what you read. These people are fucking retarded.
Then why did he explain it? Why didn't he explain it that way?
Right?
Why did he explain it that his wife did it?
Apparently that's a thing too. Never heard that before.
Why didn't he just say that?
Why didn't anybody say that? Nobody said this.
So, because I don't even know if that's true or not, but he said it wasn't true. It's part of the stunt. So let me get this straight.
Where the fuck is this bullshit even coming from? Who is saying this to this person, or did they just come up with it off top of their head?
So who do you think made it then? Who do you think made the lettering there, the numbering? Do you think he did it or his wife did it? Or do you think a third party did it? Like, what do you really think happened? Just chatters insulting our intelligence? Yeah.
They think it's funny.
Step 1, go to jail. I know that. 8,647 days would be August 22nd. Yeah. And, part of stunt. Yeah, because I want to understand.
Yeah, they just picked a day. Really. It could have been any day, and they'll just pick the event from that day. And why 9/11? Why that specific amount of time? And did the book release after this date? Is that a date? I don't understand. And that's the point. They don't want you to understand. They want you to just be like, no, I give up. I'm not dealing with this. Most people would. Unfortunately, we're terminally online. And a little autistic. We got nothing but time. We'll find everything.
Stand and get to the bottom of this and understand. He did it, or he 100% knew? Okay, so he knew it happened. So why didn't he explain it that it was part of his book? Why did he say that he didn't know what it meant? Why didn't he just come out and immediately say that?
They're hoping you don't know that. Most people don't.
And also, if it was advertising, why didn't he leave a link to the book or anything like that?
That's exactly what I said.
Because, if you do an advertisement, you'd have a link, right? Like an Amazon link or something like that. That's what I'd assume. The gaslighting's real? Well, I just, the reason why I pulled this up is that I just want people to see the level of, crazy dishonesty here. You don't...
And who the fuck are they protecting? Because they say they hate all these people, but then they turn around and protect the most evil, degenerate freaks that are in office. Almost as if they're actually lying and they're working for Satan!
You don't really believe this, do you? You don't really believe this is what happened. There's no way you actually believe this. And so the reason why...
I don't think they care to believe anything. I think they just say stuff. They just know things. They know what things people say, and they say it. They don't actually care what happened.
I pull this up and I engage it in a relative amount of good faith is just so people can see how brain dead retarded it is. That's the reason why. And it's crazy. We're not gonna let people get gaslighted in here, bro. We're not gonna let... This is crazy. I don't even want to see it. And I think his wife did, and he took the picture. Right. And his wife just happened to take the picture that he automatically knew the exact amount of days since 9/11 that his book... really, what are we doing here? These are the same people that were saying that the Quality Learning Center, the reason why there were no kids there is because it was closed. It was a Sunday or something like that.
No kings.
What are we doing here? What are we doing? It's so obvious what you're getting.
Black Lives Matter. I stand with Ukraine. And they all just forget about it and move on whenever the next thing happens. Nobody's talking about Palestine anymore. Nobody's even talking about Iran anymore. What the fuck are we doing here, man?
Political violence? Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think that we need to lock these people up. That's what I think. And let me see if I can find any more of this. Oh, is this the response?
Well, they're back. This time about a picture of seashells on a North Carolina beach a year ago.
Yeah. You see, he's saying it this way in order to downplay it, right? He wants to frame
See, I knew Asmongold was about to say that, so I didn't say anything.
it in a way that it sounds innocuous and ridiculous. So people, like, it has nothing to do with the seashells.
He's trying to downplay it.
It has nothing to do with that. That's like saying, like, well, I'm getting arrested for driving my car. Well, yeah, because you ran 3 people over in it. Well, I was just driving down the road. I mean, I have a driver's license.
I see so many body cam videos of people when they're getting arrested doing that same shit. No, this stuff, I didn't shoplift this stuff. Some guy just handed me this bag of stolen goods, apparently.
Since I'm driving my car, like, oh, now they're just they're arresting anybody for driving around now.
And this won't be the end of it.
It won't be.
But nothing has changed with me. I'm still innocent. I'm still not afraid. And I still believe in the independent federal judiciary, so let's go.
Great.
But it's really important that all of us remember this is not who we are as a country. This is not how the Department of Justice.
Really?
This is where we need to be as a country.
I know, that's the problem.
Yep.
We're getting back to that.
Back to it. I don't think we were ever here. I think we've always been run by these pedophilic freaks.
Supposed to be.
Yes.
And the good news is we get close.
Yeah, I mean, there's pedophilic freaks locking this guy up. Just, he's part of the wrong crowd, I guess.
Closer every day to restore.
Does he get an employee discount for his bond because he was in the FBI?
Yes. And it's called, he's not facing any time. He's gonna go through the court process, but he ain't going to prison. Ain't no way.
Whenever they put him in jail?
They're not gonna do that.
Do you know if he gets an employee discount?
Usually, I'm right. But if I'm wrong about things, I'm happy to be wrong. Because whenever I say things, I'm predicting that shit is about to be the worst that it's ever been. And usually I'm right about it. Because everything just keeps getting worse. And it's going to keep getting worse. Until the entire planet explodes.
Not sure. No? Oh, okay.
Restoring those values. Keep the.
That's right. Let's bring up American values when you're talking about trying to crypto message about killing the president. Oh.
Let's listen to the classic bad guy in the spy movies. Yeah, let's do that. Like, this dude's straight up a Bond villain. It's like a really bad guy who made his way into the government.
That's definitely what they'd want. Absolutely. And so, yeah, no, charge him double. I like that. And yeah, he's bullshitting. I know, he's bullshitting.
Or maybe like a Kingsman villain. I already mentioned Kingsman in this video, though.
Here's another one.
Good afternoon.
Is this guy a real
Today,
one?
a grand jury...
Bro, what is he doing? Look at Cash.
Good afternoon.
He's like, ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Today, a grand
Jesus, bro, like, he's locked in.
jury sitting in the Eastern District of North Carolina returned an indictment against James Comey on 2 counts. The first count is that on or about May 15th of last year, he knowingly and willfully making a threat to take the life.
I don't think there's enough evidence. I think he knew what he was doing. He knew what he could get away with, and he'd probably get in trouble a little bit, but he's not doing any time, and that's why he did it specifically the way he did it. And it was probably a call to arms for, like, people that he's buddies with to, like, activate the sleeper cell agents, which is just retards who get in chat rooms, echo chambers online, talking about violence. Hey, we need to keep an eye on these kids because they're super violent and they hate the people that we hate. And we don't want to have to get in trouble for killing people, so we're just going to let them do it and we're going to actually promote their craziness. It's exactly what happens.
How long has this guy even been involved?
Why is it like every time we hear about somebody, like a shooter or something, it's always that the FBI has known about this person and they never intervened or did anything. I wonder why that is.
Like, how did all this happen? Like, literally, this guy takes over, and like,
I don't like any of these people either, man.
Like, everything just starts happening.
I don't trust them.
It really makes you wonder what the fuck was going on before this. Ed also made a tweet at the time.
Inflict bodily harm upon the President of the United States. Count 2, same day, May 15th, 2025, that the defendant, James Comey, knowingly and willfully...
I feel like we're not... I feel like we're going after this guy just because he's famous. You know? What about all of the other people who say the same shit or worse online? We only go after this guy because more people know his name. Like, are you fucking serious, man? We gotta go after all of them on all the platforms. 1,000 arrests a day, at least.
Transmitting in interstate commerce a communication that contained a threat to kill the President of the United States. Both of these counts carry a maximum term of imprisonment of 10 years.
That's right.
Yeah, 20 years. Yeah. Ain't fucking happening.
That's right. See, you need to do this. You need to do this to like 1,000 people minimum. So Ed, of course, made a post about this, and it's time. 8647.
Arrest him. Let's go. Get him the fuck out of there, or at least roll him through court. But no, I want him fucking arrested. Let's fucking get on with this shit, man. I'm sick of it. I've been talking about it for a fucking decade. I'm done. I'm so done. I will get on board with this bullshit society for a little while if we can actually start doing something about all these freaks without affecting regular people like me.
Bro, Ed, see, oh man. You really, yeah, Pam Bondi was hot. She was hot. But
that's how she got the job.
That's not enough. It's not.
That's how you get the job, but that ain't how you keep it.
And report them should be 15 years. I know. And again, I think they should go after. I think that they need to make examples out of these like high profile people. I think it's like that. It sends a message, right? It sends a message like nobody's above the law, number one. And also, if you go after them, a lot of their followers will be like, oh my God, I don't want to have that happen. So that's it.
Go after them too. If they've said it and they've been saying it, go after them. Not just because they repeated the 8647. I don't even give a shit about that shit. But all the people that are like, get kirked and stuff like that, no, get them. Get them the fuck out of here.
And, yeah, really thinks nothing will happen to him now, even after this? Well, I mean, the odds are they're probably not. I mean, nothing's probably going to happen to him. Nobody gives a shit about that. But we'll see what's going to happen. And,
yeah, I don't care about this guy, and I can already tell you that there's not enough evidence. We all can see, and we all know, because we're not fucking stupid. But that's not how courts work.
Enough to get the position, not smart enough to keep it. Many such cases, aren't they? And what's your stance on Space Force keeping the moon safe from other countries? I think that we have an international agreement with interplanetary bodies.
I don't think we've even got to worry about that for another 50 years or so. He's like, even if we're going back and forth to the moon, we ain't going to be having no fucking moon wars.
I don't think that's something that we need to worry about because it's already been worked out. Like I think they worked that out in like the 70s, 80s, or 90s or something. So like that's already, we don't need to think about that, right? And also like, and if it does come down to it, whose flag's there? Come on, it's the French flag. It's fully white now. Apparently
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. It probably is fully white, ain't it?
You know, like obviously, the sun is gonna melt all the print off. So really, the French own the moon now. So yeah. Oh, you guys thought America? No. That maybe back in the
French won it by default.
60s or so. But no, things have changed. And anyway, let's go back. I'll look at these photo number posters exactly.
That must be where the aliens from Kung Pao come from. That's why they're French. Because the flag faded and they were like, hey, I guess it's ours now.
And brilliant response. Let's go. Oh God. And so anyway, 5 minutes. This is what happened. He should be in prison. Yep. And now he's going to get arrested. I love to see this. They're charging James Comey for posting 8647 on Instagram, saying it's a threat. Do you know how stupid this is?
It's incredibly stupid. It's one of the dumbest things that I've ever heard. Why would he post that? Because he knew it was going to cause chaos. And it absolutely is. It's just adding more fuel to the fire. It's exactly what he wanted.
You know what? Let's assume it is. Let's assume it is stupid.
Should have arrested him immediately. Why the fuck did it take so long? Everybody forgot about this situation. Nobody fucking cares anymore. It's been more than 2 weeks since that happened. So it's lost its flavor.
We're gonna do it again. We do it again. Oh wow, it's so stupid. Damn, that's too bad. Shouldn't have fucked around. Shouldn't have done it. Yeah. What? Oh, I'm gonna get out. Yeah, after a year.
I hope that fucking happens, dude, but I just don't see it.
Then maybe I've been in lawsuits before. I'm in one now. Oh my God, it's a waste of fucking time. Yeah, that's the way it is. You see, Obama made a post. Let me see what he say. What do you get? Obama doesn't follow me, bro. That's fucked up. And oh yeah, this is the post right here about the Voting Rights Act. So yeah. Anyway, just to wrap this up, this idiot got arrested, and I hope that they can make his life a living hell for at least the year that he's there. It's stupid when you can.
Yeah, he contributed to making Donald Trump's life a living hell over and over. Fucking nothing. They went after him for the wrong reasons, and the stuff they should have went after him for, they didn't go after him for, because they're doing the same shit. So they had nothing on him. They knew he was a bad guy, but they couldn't do anything about it, because he was just as bad or not as bad as they were.
Today, a wide-ranging, exclusive, candid conversation with Vice President JD Vance. How he found his way back to faith through family, a journey he's recounting in a new book, plus his fraud crackdown in Minnesota and across the country, and what he makes of Governor Tim Walz trying to take a victory lap over yesterday's FBI raids at nearly...
Oh my God, dude. What? Okay.
24 businesses.
You're welcome, guys. I fixed the fraud even though I denied it all and basically wanted Nick Shirley arrested for all of this and killed. Go riot in the streets, everybody. Make your voices heard. It's exactly what Tim Walz was doing. And now he's like, good job, you see? See what I did? I'm fucking awesome, aren't I? I'm gonna make the history books. I'm going out with a swing, baby. I'm retiring after all of this. Yeah, get fucked, bro.
And this, in his first interview since the White House Correspondents Association dinner shooting, what he was thinking at this...
I love how they grabbed JD Vance first, because they're like, oh shit, protect the next president. Because we all know he's going to be the one who's actually going to get shit done for us. Not for us, I mean like for them, for their circle. I think they're too detached from real life to actually know what regular people want and need. So I just don't think that they're going to... They might like fix the economy for billionaires, which might in turn be good for us, but that's not going to be long term. Maybe 4 years until the next person comes along and fucks everything up.
Exact moment when Secret Service whisked him away and out of danger. That's where we begin. Here is the first part of my exclusive interview with Vice President JD Vance. Saturday night, Mr. Vice President, White House Correspondents' Dinner. In all transparency, you and I spoke shortly before this interview, and I did confirm with you that this was the first time something like this for you had ever been experienced, had to be rushed off of the dais there at the front of the stage. Tell me a little bit about Saturday night. What was your experience?
Yeah, you know, I think, Will, honestly, it was tougher for my wife, who was at home with the kids and started hearing things.
Yeah, she didn't know what was going on.
Things through, text messages and social media than it was for me. I really didn't know what was going on. Just to give you my perspective, I'm sitting up there on the dais with some journalists and obviously with the President of the United States a few seats to my right. And there's a lot of commotion. You kind of hear some loud noises. I had no idea what it was. And before I had any idea what was going on, I started seeing people sort of duck under their tables or respond to what was going on far in the back of the ballroom.
You had a bunch of leftoids, media people stealing wine off the tables. You had people sitting around like nothing was going on, almost like they knew they were okay because they're leftoids and they knew that the shooter was going to be going after right-wing people.
And then an agent comes and whispers in my ear, basically says, sir, we have to leave. And you can you see the video, Will, where the agent sort of lifts me to my feet. And then I walk off stage and then go to my hold room and kind of wait and see what's going on. So, the first thing that happened that actually freaked me out a little bit, Will, is that we heard that an agent had been shot. And in the fog of...
Bro, seriously, Naruto ran through Secret Service.
Or I thought, oh my God, this guy's actually seriously injured or maybe worse. And then we found out
he looked like he was charging up the Chidori.
Later, of course, that he was uninjured or not seriously injured. So as you learn this information, the thing that I really gained an appreciation for, Will, is what an amazing job the agents of the Secret Service do. You saw they went right to me. They went right to the President of the United States. They put their lives in harm's way. And if I could just say, Will, I've had a Secret Service detail for all of 2 years. I wouldn't say that I'm used to it. And there's an interesting way where you just kind of get used to it, right? They're the people who drive you to the White House, or they're the people who hang out with your kids when your kids are running around outside. And they kind of fade into the background of your life a little bit. And it's easy to forget that the reason they're there is for nights like what happened Saturday night. So I just feel very grateful to them and very grateful for what they do. And frankly, grateful to God that that agent who was shot was not seriously hurt. It could have been a lot worse, but the law enforcement did a great job, Will, and we should all be grateful for that.
As are we.
They could have done better, and they should have done better. We should take this as a lesson to be learned, that we have to even lock down the insides of buildings. We can't just worry about outside.
You mentioned to me that it was the first time you had to be rushed off stage. We're grateful that.
Nowhere is safe, man. Nowhere is safe if you're the president of the United States these days, with how crazy technology and tracking has gotten. And it doesn't help that you pretty much know where Donald Trump is at any given time. People freak out whenever we don't know where he is.
Was a successful night in terms of the Secret Service and your protection, the president's protection, and we hope it's the last time that you ever have to be rushed off of a stage like that. Now, I just think it would take an incredible amount of self-imposed ignorance to not look around and see the way that our political environment is talking. And if I'll editorialize, it is largely coming, not exclusively, but largely coming from one direction. Certainly the bullets seem to be flying from one direction.
Yeah, the leftoids.
You're now sort of in the direction of the fire. You're in the direction of the words and, unfortunately as well, the bullets. What would you say about everything, Mr. Vice President, from comedians who seem to make some of this rhetoric mainstream to fringe elements now that have now gone mainstream within the left? What would you say about the way we're hearing rhetoric and conversation in politics?
They're bug people. They're basically bug people.
Politics.
Grab people. Grab people.
Well, I think you said it well, Will. I can't improve upon it, which is that political violence right now is coming not exclusively, but largely from one side of the aisle. The president has now faced 3 serious attempts on his life in just the past year and a half. Of course, Butler, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's the ones that are telling us about. The close calls.
There was a situation at Mar-a-Lago that the media didn't really cover. And then, of course, there was the White House Correspondents Association dinner. So I think really it's incumbent upon everybody, but particularly those who are driving some of the narratives that Donald Trump, that Donald Trump has somehow invited this violence upon himself, that killing your political opponents is somehow justified. If you're engaged in that kind of rhetoric, you need to check yourself. You need to look yourself in the mirror and say that political disagreement is fine, but inviting violence upon your political opponents makes you part of the problem. Of course, our mutual friend, Charlie Kirk, was gunned down not even a year ago. And immediately after that happened, you saw...
And we're just going to continue talking about it. Are we actually going to fucking do something about it? We got the one guy who was like the FBI director. Are we going after the people online who were spreading all of this? Are we going after the mind virus? I don't think so. I don't think that we are. I think it's just going to keep getting fucking worse. And the more we go after these kinds of people, the more martyrs we create. And they're going to use that energy. And they're going to plan ahead to know how to get under people's skin, how to get under the government's skin, to make it look bad for their base. And oh boy, it's going to get so much worse.
Robot ears. Are you afraid of it? Everything you've heard about was true.